Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure many of you have been sitting there watching the second budget from Joe Hockey. And can I just say that before the last election, the Chamber movement ran a grassroots campaign to really attract the attention of both sides of politics to the huge SME community within Australia. We ran it as a campaign. It was called Small Business Too Big to Ignore. And what we said was 2 million small businesses in Australia that employ 7 million Australians, more than any other sector, were too big to ignore. And their voices together needed to be recognised. We are so pleased then that coming to the second federal budget, the Treasurer has recognised that what this budget needs to do is to kickstart confidence and growth and job growth in the SME community within Australia. So we're delighted to see this package that's going to help that small business sector get where it needs to go and to create the jobs we really need in this state. So what are those key planks of the federal budget? Obviously the 1.5% tax deduction for incorporated small businesses, and there's also, of course, an allowance for unincorporated small businesses. But the other thing that's really welcome is that people can instantly, from the budget tonight, start to invest in that plant and equipment that you need, up to $20,000, which is immediately deductible. Now, that's going to be a fantastic boost to small businesses who need that plant and equipment to grow, to create new opportunities, to create jobs, to get an instant deductibility. It also really puts an enormous shot in the arm of the supply chain to supply that. I also absolutely welcome that the Treasurer has accepted now that having mobile devices is not some sort of toy. It should be, these things should be FBT exempt. They're part of doing business, and we welcome that as well. On top of that, the incentives that they're mentioning for small business startups are very, very welcome. At the end of the day, we do need this huge community of small businesses, the Aussie battlers, the people who are the heartland of Australia, who are there to create jobs, who will create the jobs that we need as we come off this mining investment boom, as we face some global headwinds. You know, today the federal government has recognised this is an incredible groundswell of unsung heroes that need some help, and we're delighted today to see this budget come in as a shot in the arm for small business. So from our point of view, we're delighted that our campaign worked, that we have drawn attention to the SMEs across this great country, and that the federal government have recognised that that sector of Australian employers will have that shot in the arm. So I'm sure there's a lot more detail that will be around the budget, but tonight we just wanted to celebrate this recognition of small business in South Australia. Thanks.